I'm Joanne. This is the Turtle Stack, where I talk with guests about topics they love, even though I don't know much about it. We use two guidelines: no slamming, no selling. So we do our best to keep focused on the positive instead of tearing something down and without pushing agendas. We just want to focus on having an open mind to something new and building up the things we enjoy. Let's get into it. This week, I'm welcoming my friend Kayla.
Hello.
What are we talking about today, Kayla?
Crackers. Saltine crackers, specifically.
I am super excited.
Okay.
So what made you choose crackers?
Well, you said things that people are passionate about. And I have lots of passions that I think plenty of other people have, like such as I'm a teacher and stuff. So lots of other people can tell you about that. But I also am very specific about the types of crackers that I like to eat. And sometimes people seem to find that interesting. So I thought, well, why not?
All right. So specifically, you are into saltines?
Yeah, I'll eat, and I love salty snack foods, not chips, but like pretzels and crackers specifically, and goldfish crackers. I guess those count as crackers. But saltine crackers are like my favorite snack. They used to be like my all-time favorite snack, but now it's just hard to find the right kinds. So they're like downgraded a bit, but I still really like them. But I'm really particular.
So what makes a good saltine?
It has to have like, they come in sleeves.
Right.
And sometimes you buy them, like a box usually comes with 4, and like one sleeve will have salt, like a good amount of salt. I like things really salty in general. But then like the other ones will have no salt or like way less, and that really or way too much where like I can't even eat it. So they have to have an even amount of salt in all the sleeves because otherwise I literally won't eat them if there's not enough salt.
Is there a brand that you find is more consistent than others at having the right amount of salt?
I like most of the time Zesta, which come in like the red box. Those are usually okay, but sometimes I still get them and they're not. But actually, I have the best luck with like the generic grocery store brands. Those are almost always really good. And I used to love premium when I was younger, but now they're super inconsistent, so I don't even bother with them anymore.
Huh.
Yep.
I'll be honest, I've never done like taste comparison of saltines before.
Well, I sure have. I used to when I was younger, like I would eat as a snack an entire sleeve of crackers. They're like my favorite thing to eat. And I'm not quite like that anymore, but like if I find good saltine crackers, I'll be super excited.
How do you feel about their oyster crackers, the ones that are like little
Oh,
hexagon shape?
oh, I like those. What is it? Piggly Wiggly, their generic brand oyster crackers, I don't know what they're called, I can't remember, but those are so insanely good
Yeah.
that I could straight up eat a whole bag of those. But if they don't have any salt at all, if they have no salt, I don't really care for them. But the ones from Piggly Wiggly are good.
So if saltines are like your top tier cracker, what other crackers make like your top list?
Oh, okay. I really like Ritz crackers are really, really good. And then Townhouse, those like rectangle ones, those are really good too. They're not like salty really, but I like the flavor of them. So those are really good. I don't like healthy crackers that are like thin and don't taste like anything. That to me, like I know some people like to put like cheese on a cracker. I don't understand that. I will just eat the cheese. I don't want the cracker.
So so
No.
your desire for crackers is not like a healthier alternative to potato chips. It's just
No, I just don't like chips that much. I mean, I like chips, but they're not something that I personally can like eat a lot of, and like I get sick of eating them really fast. I like them, but crackers, like I don't know, I just like how they taste. I don't think I don't think it's really healthy. Like if you eat as much, if I eat a whole sleeve of crackers, that can't be healthy. I don't think
well,
it's not the worst thing ever, but
right. I think there's less like oils in them than like potato
yeah,
chips
there's
or
less oils.
yeah.
But it's a
Like
lot of whatever bread is, carbs, which
yeah.
aren't necessarily bad, but
But like for me,
like
I would like to eat an entire sleeve of Oreo.
I mean I could do that too.
But comparatively, I think an entire sleeve of crackers is probably healthier than an entire sleeve of Oreo.
It definitely is. It's less unhealthy.
Right.
I think that's what I meant to say. It's
Yeah.
less unhealthy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily healthy, but it's less bad.
What about the cracker sandwich things? Like where it's the two crackers and then there's like a really thin thing of like cheese something or peanut
Like a Ritz Bits,
Yeah.
those are good in like small amounts. But that I'm only eating that for the flavor of like the stuff inside. But Ritz crackers are different because they actually have like a good flavor to them.
Yeah.
Like when I eat them, I like the salt, but I also like the flavor of the cracker.
They almost have a buttery taste to them.
Yeah, they do. I was just asking Dan yesterday for, because he was at the store, I asked him for Ritz Bits with the cheese, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why. They're like kind of nasty, but like I like them. Every once in a while I crave them, or the peanut butter ones.
I agree. Because, yeah, it's like when I'm eating, especially the cheese ones, I really like the cheese ones, but I can tell that it tastes like cheap and artificial.
Yeah, it doesn't taste anything like cheese really. Like, and it doesn't look like cheese, but it tastes good.
Tastes good. Tastes good.
Tastes good. Goldfish crackers are good too, but I don't know if those really count. They're kind of a different snack.
I think they do though, because they're still a baked, crunchy carb.
Yeah, they're so good. I love goldfish crackers. I could eat a whole, like, I love when they come in that gallon container that's like a wooden box.
It's actually been a really long time since I've had any goldfish crackers.
What? I mean, I don't eat them all the time, but I eat them sort of, like at least once a month, maybe
Yeah,
more.
I'm guessing it's been over a year since I've had a goldfish.
What? Why?
I tend to, if I'm going for a snack, it's gonna be something with chocolate on it.
Oh, yeah.
So I try not to buy a lot of junk food. Like I do because it's delicious and I'm always gonna eat it. But when I am like, okay, well I'm gonna get myself this or this as a treat, it's usually something with chocolate.
Yeah, see, I can't let myself buy something that has chocolate because then I will eat the whole thing in one sitting.
Yes.
And that's just bad for me. So yeah, I'm also picky about pretzels too. Like rolled gold are the best, in my humble opinion. I hate Snyder's so much. I know you said I'm not supposed to roast anything. I don't judge anyone that eats them, but I hate them. I can eat them, like I can make myself eat them, but they're just rolled gold is so good because they also put a lot of salt on it.
I will say I can't speak to Snyder's like regular pretzels, but their dark chocolate covered pretzels,
Oh, I'm sure those are good.
those are the best chocolate pretzels
Hmm.
I have found.
I'm sure those are good because anything that's doused in chocolate is like fine. It can't be bad.
I mean, we could get a little more into pretzels if you wanted to.
Sure, we can talk about pretzels. I'll tell you about the different types of pretzels.
Okay.
All right, so listen up. There's lots of different styles of pretzel, and you can choose your favorite, but my favorite, there's two favorites. My my favorite is just a regular twist pretzel, but they can't be too small because when they're too small, then they're hard, like when you bite into them. So like the twists that are like medium size, those are best. But then they also come in like little tiny sticks, which are whatever to me. I'm indifferent. Or they come in the shape of like a grid, and those I don't like at all, unless you're gonna put chocolate and M&M on top for Christmas time. Those are good. And then you can get like circles, and again, I'm indifferent. I love pretzel rods. They're like the best ever, except I was so sad because I think Rolled Gold stopped making pretzel rods, and they were literally like my favorite thing to eat besides a good pack of crackers. And I'm pretty sure they stopped making them because I have not seen them at stores, and I was so disappointed because I told you I don't like Snyder's. I will give them a chance sometimes, but not their pretzel rods are horrible. I will not eat them.
Hmm.
So pretzel rods are the best, but I haven't eaten one in a long time, and it's really disappointing.
Well, I'm definitely not getting sponsored by Snyder's anytime soon.
Sorry, Snyder's.
I know when I was younger and we had the pretzel rod, or really any pretzels, because it has like the big salt crystals on it,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
used to bite off the salt crystals
me too.
and then eat the
Yes.
boring pretzel afterwards without any salt.
Yeah, I would hold it like a I don't know what like a log, and I would literally just bite along the top until it was like long and flat,
Yep,
and then I'd eat the boring part after.
yep, that's the way to do it. That's what I'm here for. I hope the listeners ate before listening to this episode, because.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking about like what to eat.
So, going back to saltines for a minute, if you get a cracker that doesn't have enough salt on it, can you just salt it? Can you add salt?
I've never tried it. I think it's hopeless and I just ignore it. Oh, I'll crush it up and eat it in soup like someday.
Yeah.
Or I give it to my husband to eat. I'll be like, here, eat this because he doesn't care. But
So do you usually eat your crackers just plain though, right? Not like dipped in salsa or anything like that?
yeah, I used to be really picky when I was younger and like they were like the most basic plain food. But now I'm not so picky. Like I'll eat more foods, but when it comes to like snacks and I just am like really plain and really boring with them. I want them to always be exactly the same.
I will say consistency is big. And like I've noticed with Cheez-Its, that's probably my favorite cracker.
Yeah, those are good too.
When you get the individual pouches that are like single serving snack size versus like the entire box, they
They taste nothing alike.
yeah.
They taste nothing alike. I hate it. I don't understand.
I don't understand either. And like I will say I like both of them. Like I've gotten more used to the individual pouch flavor because I eat more of those, but
Yeah,
like they're both good, but they are different and I don't understand why.
they're super different. Yeah, they're like way more crisp from the box. But then now that makes me think of another thing with crackers too, is that I love, it doesn't matter what brand they are, but I love like the little individual packs of saltine crackers you get from like a fast food place if you order soup.
Yeah.
Those are always so good. They're like perfect every single time. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're like fresher, probably because they get rid of them. I don't know. Those are really good too.
Yeah, I have no idea. Or maybe the amount of like air in the package makes them like fresher or crisper or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot about that. Those are good too. Like my mom will still save them anytime she goes I don't live with her, but like I'll come to their house and there'll be like packs of them just sitting.
Little gestures like that where it's like you need to really know somebody to like one know that they would really appreciate you saving your individual saltine packages and
Yeah.
then two to actually go through the effort of doing it is
Yeah, and speaking of that too, on the opposite end of the spectrum, once I was eating with my husband who knows I really like saltines, the little packages specifically,
Mhm.
and our friend Brad, and I made him mad because I took one of his cheese curds without asking, and so he retaliated by smashing my bag of individual crackers, and I got so mad. Dan was like, she's gonna freak out. I was like, you have no idea how much I love those crackers. I was so upset. Yeah, Dan went and got more, I think, because he was like, "Well, you should have eaten my cheese curd." Listen, I didn't know. You'd destroy my. I shouldn't have done it though. It's rude to eat someone's food without permission.
I mean it is, but you don't need to resort to violence. And he didn't even like eat your crackers in retaliation.
No, he destroyed them.
So when you get crackers with soup, do you put your crackers in the soup or you just eat them as their own thing?
I crunch them and put them in usually.
Okay.
If the crackers taste really good, like if they're like really good crackers, I actually will not put them in soup because I don't want to waste them.
I was a full grown adult before I realized that when you get the crackers in those little individual packages and you're going to put them in your soup and you want to break them up, you should break it up before you open the package.
I've never done that.
Oh,
It makes way more sense though.
yeah. Because, yeah, usually you open it up and then you crumble it over your soup and then you get little, like, debris.
Yeah, I like those individual ones so much. I don't usually put them in the soup because like they taste so good. So I eat those. But sometimes like if they're not good, then I'll put them in. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Sacrifice it.
Yeah. No, there's definitely different brands that are good. And I do agree, like, Culver's is, I think they have whatever brand it was you said earlier, they have the red label on them.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird because like I don't even mess with the premium, not premier. The premium brand, which used to be the best. I don't buy them at all anymore because they're so inconsistent all the time. But anytime I get them as an individual package, they're always amazing. And it's disappointing. Because I'm like, I wish, because they used to be the best. They're so good. And now they're not. But if I get an individual one, I'm like, yeah, this is what it used to be like. But now, no longer. See, Dan gets mad because, like, if you open a package, a sleeve, and one of them does not have salt, none of them will have salt. Like, they'll all be like that. So that we have, like, we'll have literally, like 8 bags of half-eaten crackers
Oh.
everywhere. And Dan gets so upset. He'll be like, can I throw this away? And I'll say no, because I just, like, don't want him to throw away food. But then I'll just keep buying more.
Yeah.
And It was the same thing when I lived with roommates too. Like I remember there was a day that my roommate came to me and was like, she was like, "Come here," and she was mad, and I was like, "What?" And we went in the kitchen, and I thought she was gonna be like, "You need to clean the dishes or something," but then she just opened a cabinet that was literally all crackers. She was like, "This is ridiculous, and you need to fix this." And I was like, "Oh God, I have a problem. I don't know."
What a weird thing to have roommate drama over.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't like actually like very mad, but she was like annoyed. She was like, "Can you stop? Like, you fill the whole cabinet with crackers and you won't even eat them." I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to throw them away because like they're still food. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
It feels wrong
Have you looked into like are there any recipes or anything that you can use?
to make a cracker."
No, but like
Oh, to use them in. That's a great idea. I just save them for soup, but I don't eat soup very often either because like canned soup usually is kind of doesn't taste that interesting. It's just always kind of bland. But that's a good idea.
there's got to be recipes out there for it.
I'm sure. I'm going to look it up now because now that's interesting to me. I don't like to cook or bake, but like I would try it just to see.
Well, thank you for joining me, Kayla. It was really fun talking about crackers and pretzels and other related food with you.
Yeah, thanks for letting me talk about my favorite snack.
You are more than welcome. If you're interested in following me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as The Turtle Stack. If you have something you want to chat about, please email theturtlestack@gmail.com. I don't need an expert, just someone who enjoys something, no matter how simple or eccentric. If you're excited to talk about it, I'm excited to listen. Just remember the rules. No slamming, no selling. Thanks for listening.